Hello, my name's John. This is the final Hobby Roundup of 2024, and you're watching War Games, Models, and Other Hobbies. Hello and welcome back to another Hobby Roundup. This is the final Hobby Roundup of 2024. It's been an enjoyable year, especially on the channel. I've done quite a few videos, which I've really enjoyed doing, and this month has actually been a bumper month for hobby as well. I'm going to start with things that I've made and then go on to things that I've painted. First thing we've got here is a conversion that I did of a Primaris watch captain for the Death Watch. And yeah, really enjoyed doing this one. There's some videos of the conversion. I'll leave a link in the description. Still in two parts, so there's a little bit more ease for painting when I come around to doing that, and I'm hoping to do that quite soon, in the beginning of 2025. I'm also trying to work out what chapter this chap still needs to be. If you have a watch of the video, you'll see the choices that I've got, or if you've got a suggestion, please drop it in the comments. But yeah, I really enjoyed converting this character. I'm thinking about doing a lot of upscaling of a lot of traditional Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine squads, which will be coming in the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that. Sticking with the theme of the Inquisitorial kind of Space Marines, here we have another converted Grey Knight that I've worked on this month. This is a Grey Knight Librarian in Terminator armour. There we go, in focus there. Really enjoyed this little conversion, and again, there's a video for this. I'll leave the link in the description. But yeah, not an overly complicated one, but goes with my scaled up Grey Knights really nicely. And yeah, it was a really fun model to work with. Another conversion that I started, here we have not Space Marines now, I've moved on to Tyranids, is the old One-Eye character for a Tyranid army. I'll leave another link in the description for the video of this one. As you can see, the head's still not connected in. I've still got to do some sculpting and things that I want to do on a video as well. But if you'd like to see other videos on Tyranids, let me know. I do have a collection that I am building, and hopefully in 2025 we'll get the army complete. But there is that Carnifex, that old One-Eye, based on the Screamer Killer model that came out with Warhammer 40,000 Leviathan, or Leviathan, however you want to say it. Final thing that I made this month, here we have provisionally prepared the little rattling diorama from the Warhammer Commemorative series. Again, did a video on this, I'll leave it in the description. I do have a video coming up where I magnetise the feet of this one, so if you want to watch that, it's going to be my first video of 2025, so come back and have a watch of that if you want to. The rest of the month, I was painting. So to start with, here we have some conversions that I worked on and painted from the Legion of the Damned. Really happy with the way that these turned out. I'll drop a link to the video of me painting this particular one. It's really happy with the way that they turned out, and I want to create a whole squad of them. As you can see here, I have another one in mid-conversion. I want to do the sculpting on this one and do a few bones and things like that. If that's something you'd like to see, please drop it in the comments. But yeah, really enjoyed working on the Legion of the Damned. It was my 100th video of 2024 this month, and for that I did a speed painting challenge where I painted this Space Marine from the White Minotaurs. I'll leave a link in the description. Yeah, it took me about, I think it was an hour to paint this one, but speed painting, random Space Marine chapter, not knowing what I was going to do. It's a lot of fun, that one. Not something I'd normally do, but there we have that Space Marine there. Now, the other things that I painted this month, I didn't do any videos of. These were just hobby time, which I was enjoying. I have some Gene Stealers for my Hive Fleet Jotnar. And the colours of that Hive Fleet are a white and red, but I wanted to do something different with the Genestealers, so I painted their heads purple and pink in kind of a bit of a reminiscent throwback to the original Genestealer colours. My idea behind this Hive Fleet is they absorb various splinter fleets and other Tyranids that they come across, so the colour scheme, although there's the base colours, there's going to be a few variations within that. But I hope to do a video in the not too distant future talking about the Hive Fleet and having a look at some of the projects that I'm working on. But yeah, really enjoyed working on these Genestealers. They're the newer Genestealer models and I really quite like them. They're a nice set. And there we have the final one there. But if you want to see more, like I said, more videos on my Tyranids and working on Tyranids, please drop a comment. Now, some Space Marines. My Space Marine chapter, Knights Topaz. I've started painting up some of the models. This is an Intercessor squad. As you can see here we have the Sergeant. Really like the quite bright turquoise colour scheme for these ones. And then here are some of the standard Marines. Now they are an Imperial Fist successor chapter, and to give an idea of their heritage, I have got their left hand painted in a different colour, in this case gold, to show they are the Hands of Dawn. But yeah, really enjoy doing these. All of the tactical arrows on the shoulders I did freehand, and with their backstory they're all slightly different because they come from different squads, but that's another story. I'm going to do a video on these guys quite soon. I have two of my own Space Marine chapters that I'm working on, and this is one of them. But yeah, really enjoyed working on that little squad of Intercessors. And then finally, this Space Marine Sergeant I painted quite some time ago. This was the initial model I painted for my Space Marine chapter, Knights Topaz. And the backstory of this guy, this is Sergeant Oakentenshire, who at a devastating drop site massacre led the last surviving Space Marines of the chapter to escape the planet. And from that little story, I'm coming up with quite a bit of lore and things like that I'm working through. But he's no longer a sergeant. He is now the chapter master of the Knights Topaz. And I really enjoyed painting up this model to have a history of a character within my own hobby. So from the initial beginnings of being that sergeant, they've now moved forward in their Space Marine career and become the chapter master. So really happy with the way that this one turned out. I will do a video in the not too distant future about this Space Marine chapter and the things that I'm working on with them. But yeah, really happy with the way that this one turned out. And that's it. That was December 2024. I've done quite a lot this year of different models, different videos, all this kind of stuff that I've been working on. I hope you've enjoyed the year of videos that I've done. I've managed to produce over 100 this year, which I didn't expect that I'd do, but I have done. I'm looking forward to 2025. If you have any ideas or suggestions that you'd like to see on the channel, please drop it in the comments. But for now, all I can say is I hope you've had a really nice Christmas and you're looking forward to a good new year. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to all my subscribers. And all I can say now is my name's John, and you've been watching War Games, Models, and Other Hobbies.